Hey guys, Zarbix here with another video on how to gear your character out through PvE in Warhammer Online, Return of Reckoning. A pretty important topic that a lot of people have questions on. How do I gear my character out? There's not a lot of guides out there, so I'm hoping to provide a brief tutorial on the three main ways to gear your character out in Warhammer, doing open RVR, doing scenarios, and doing PvE. So PvE gearing, how do you do it? How do you get the gear? Of course, you can always rely on drops from players and mobs in the world. They'll give you a lot of random green pieces and maybe some blue pieces that you can equip. It's not reliable. You can go to the auction house in the capital cities and try to find missing pieces that'll hold you off until you get something better. It gets expensive. It's random. Not the way to go. Another way you get PvE gear in this game is by doing chapter hubs. Each chapter hub in the game has an influence bar that you can fill out and start getting different pieces at the higher, basic, advanced, and elite levels. The gear can be okay. It takes a while sometimes to fill out that bar, and by the time you do, you might be outpacing the gear already. So if you find something that you think looks really nice, you can go for it, but not really recommended. At least between levels 1 to 15, it's really recommended that you gear out your character through scenarios and doing open RVR. Things start to change though at level 16 plus. At 16 plus, you can go to the capital cities. In Inevitable City, you can pick up quests right here, and in Altdorf, you can pick up the quest right here to do the level 16 plus city dungeon. So that's the Sicilium for Estro and the Sewers for Order. Doing those dungeons and killing the bosses in there will give you quest completion for the Keeper set. Keeper set is actually really, really good. You can use that for a very long time. It holds up very well, and it's a good alternative if you don't want to do the PvP scenario grind for that gear. So that's really good. Eventually, as you get higher level, you can do public quests to get, different PvE sets, but they take a long time and it's really random. You don't know if you're going to be able to complete them, if you're going to win a gold bag. It can take you a lot of time and you're just going to surpass it anyways. But once you get to about the mid to the late 30s, you can start farming for your rune gear. Now, rune gear is level 30, 34, 35 or so to equip the whole set. You get the rune set by going to tier 4 public quests. Depending on the difficulty of them, if they're easy or hard, it'll drop either fragments or little tokens you can turn in the city to buy the rune set, or you can get actual drops from the harder public quests that require more players. It'll hold you out for a long time. Pretty decent for some classes, and you can do this farming in like a solo and get the fragments, or you can get a small group together and get it a lot faster from doing the harder public quests. Definitely a good way to gear out your character. PvP and PvE and open RVR gearing is a little bit easier, but there are some good sets to get from it. So just to recap for you, best ways to get PvE gear in this game are influence from chapter hubs, random drops from the players in auction house, Keeper set at level 16 plus in the city, doing the city dungeons, and then rune set in the mid 30s by tier 4 public quests. Hopefully that gives you a good idea on how to gear your character out through PvE. I'll do a video later on the 40 progression, Beast Lord, the actual 40 dungeons, Gumbad, Bastion Stair, and the city dungeons, but that's for another video. Hopefully that helped you get a good idea, and I will see you in my other videos on open RVR gearing and scenario gearing. Thanks, guys.